Hello, guys and gals, and welcome on this most auspicious 2022 day of 22222222222222. The only day that will ever be more 2 than this, we will never see. 2222. I don't think any of us are going to make it to that level. So this will be the most 2ist day that has ever existed in 2 land. For us, anyway. You know, future generations down the line will experience a 2-day more 2 than us that ever could have been 2'd, and they will look back and laugh at us for celebrating our pitiful 2022 day, because they will have 2222 day. So there it is. For all the bacon. What's up, AK Get Right, Joseph Burkhart? We got Atticus up in here. Kyle hasn't been auto-moderated yet. Congratulations, Kyle. You've made it 3 minutes and 13 seconds in without getting auto-moderated. Blackwell, what's up, man? That's a lot of ones there, Yanni Bloomstein. That is a lot of ones. Okay, so this character is getting pretty close to a torch, so let's go ahead and lend him the torch. Lend me your torch. In honor of 222 Day, all passwords are now, for the entirety of the day, all passwords will be 222222. Okay? So all passwords from now on, from this day, from today until the end of today, will be 2022 until further notice. See, that's the beauty of the next coming 2 day, David Conlon, is that it's just 2222. They're just 2s. It's just all 2s. You don't even care anymore. There's no dots. You just 2 everything. It doesn't matter what date format you use. It's just all 2s. 2. Okay. 2. Good lord, my poor little Paladin has been stripped. He's been stripped naked over here. He literally has, like, nothing left on him at all. Poor stripped naked Paladin. He's got nothing on him. All his gear is gone, and I stole everything. Got that song stuck in my head. You know what I think it makes it even better, honestly, in my opinion, is that not only did 2022 fall on, you know, this year, but it was also a Tuesday, so it's also Tuesday. It's Tuesday. We gotta say Tuesday from now on. Oh no, wait, yep. Kyle got auto moderated. It only took him like 6 minutes to get auto moderated. That's a new record for you, Kyle. It's a new record. It's a new record. Maybe you could go 7 minutes next time without getting auto-moderated. 7 minutes, perhaps, maybe? 7 minutes. You got moderated for your comment about my Holy Freeze Paladin? It just automatically moderated you. Oh, God. Ba-ba-da-ba-ba. GGM1 password 2222022. Ha. Game description 2222022. Kyle's ready to go. By the way, Mr. NiNi is with me. I do not have a horribly mutated chest, but I do have a little chest alien. So, I mean, that's a thing. I do have a little chest alien. Chest aliens are a thing. Do I use hammer with my holy freeze ore? Why would I use hammer with my holy freeze ore? That's right, I'm in Act 3. I'm in Act 3, gotta move along, you see. I'm in Act 3. What's up, dark poop face? I said, what's up, dark poop face? Don't you ignore me. I will kill you later. The murdered in. You mean one that uses perhaps guided arrows like this? What country am I from? I am from the United States, Yanni Blumstein. I live in Virginia, near the water. Immune to cold? How dare you exist in my realm? Oh, I don't follow guides, Kyle. Guides are for people who don't like to figure out things for themselves. I like to figure out things for myself.
I am overburdened.
That's half the fun of it, is just doing the thinking and the figuring and trying to like come up with ideas. It's no fun to follow somebody else's cookbook guide. I mean, if I was making food, maybe, but, you know, because you don't want to ruin your food. Nobody likes ruining food. But I'm not making food. I'm making a character. The character can be reset. He can be played around with. You can try additional equipment. You can have fun with it, and that's what I like to do. I like to have fun with it. Having fun is important. You're from Virginia as well, old man the D2? Are you in the Hampton Roads area? That's where I reside, in the Hampton Roads area. I mean, I understand that people like to give away a bunch of stuff, but I mean, I'd like you guys to join my channel, not because I'm giving away stuff, but because you actually want to be here. No super slight against those giving away things, but, I mean, it is the truth. Mr. NiNi, are you going to come out and say hi to everybody, or are you just going to look like an alien chest monster and make me look like I got a weird alien chest? He just looked at me like I pooped in his cornflakes, and he said, I'm not coming out, so, you know, you can just shove it. Pecombe Skiller. Actually, this character is going to need offensive skillers. That's his, because he's running Holy Freeze, and Holy Freeze is on the offensive tree, so he actually needs offensive stuff. I was actually, trying to figure out if there was any, like, offensive skill equipment that I could potentially use, but it doesn't look like it. It really doesn't. It's too bad Seraph's Hymn doesn't have offensive skills instead of regular. Otherwise, I'd probably run that. I do not have a base for Exile.
Yes.
Can't wait till they swap the arrows to 500 so I don't have to keep running back to town to buy them. Oh, that's right. I burned up all my gems on a on a skiller the other day. I was trying to get a skiller. Must collect more gems. I've got a whole bunch of them sitting on mules, by the way. I'm not really hurting or anything. I usually try and keep a modest amount on me at any given time, but this is not important. I have played hardcore before, Dustin. I have since not really played much anymore. Trade you? What's up? Black Wundell. Sounds like a werewolf name. Oh, wow. 35 to life. That jank's sexy. And a Heaven's Light Mighty Scepter with 2 sockets. Ooh, woo, 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 woo. That jank's sexy, too. I'm going to put some cold facets in there. Let's see. I got some cold facets. Well, it's not the best cold facet in the world. Plus 3%, negative 3% isn't really the greatest. I'm actually kind of excited about that negative 5 plus 3, though. Does anybody have a slightly better... It doesn't have to have max skill damage. It doesn't have to have max skill damage, but I would like max negative cold resistance. Does anybody have a max negative cold resistance cold facet? I would be more than happy to trade you an Ist rune, or let's see, what else do I got? I got a Gull rune. Get a Gull rune for it. I know I got some other runes in here. I got plenty of fouls. So many soul runes. It's not really worth that. I got lems and lums. Ams. Why not, Kyle? Why not? See, now you're making me second guess myself. Now you're making me second guess myself, and I don't want to waste my thing of things. Second guesser. Hey, what's up, Black Wando? We gonna play? I have fanaticism on my Merc. I mean, why does my chest have fanaticism? Are you guys? Oh, because my Merc was in the chest. What were you doing in the chest, Merc? That was a little odd. That was a little strange. There's something strange in the neighborhood. Well, I have 15% on my shield. I've got 10% on my belt. I've got 20% on my my gloves, and I was planning on using Harlequin. Or sorry, not Harlequin Quest. Adariel's Visage. I also have 20% on High Lords. I'm probably over, to be honest. I'm probably far over. Let me go pull up an IAS calculator real quick just to get an idea. Well, I wanted to run Holy Freeze native. That was the entire purpose style runner. You get much more out of Holy Freeze when you use it native. The slowest target goes up really high. The cold damage goes up really high. One of the main things about using it native versus using the weapon is that the radius goes out massively. So so to give you an idea, Holy Freeze, Amazon basic. That's choke on my own. No, it just popped up in my head. My memory is like that of a boiling pot of cheese. Like the bubbles bump to the surface. It must have just bumped to the surface, that's all. So holy Doom is level 12, right? So at level 12, the radius on it is 11.5 yards, which is not even the same as Conviction. So Conviction is much higher than that. What I'm probably going to end up getting it to, which right now I'm at 35, but I'm going to get 36, 37, 38 right there. And I'm also going to probably end up using something better than High Lords. I'm not sure on that. So it might be, let's see, 39, 40, 41. So I'll be somewhere around 41 to maybe like 43, which means my radius on it is going to be literally 30 to 32 yards, which is a hell of a lot better than the 11 1/3 yards, which means I'll be hitting so much more. So much more will be slowed down. That's the entire purpose. So everything pretty much on the screen, even like half a screen away, will be slowed down. So it's going to have a huge difference in my survivability over the Doom weapon. Because you got to imagine, if I can slow down literally everything within range, like almost an entire screen away to the point where I can't even see the monster and they're still getting slowed down, they're going to have a long time to get to me. Kind of like doing a tower defense where you have a maze and you make the maze as long as humanly possible, right? You got a Cham rune. There's a lot of good rune words coming up with Cham runes in them. I mean, you won't be able to make any of them right this second, but... Oh yeah, I got sidetracked. Let's look at this IAS calculations. All right, so Paladin, Heaven's Light is what? Mighty Scepter, so let's do Mighty Scepter. All right, so we're gonna say weapon IAS is what is it? What is it with no shale runes? It's 20%. All right, so weapon IAS is gonna be 20%. Then we're also gonna put in fanaticism. So we have fanaticism from our girl at level 13. We are going to be using zeal, and our non-IAS or non-weapon IAS, 20%, 30, 45, 55, 65. So we're rocking 65% on non-weapons. God bless it. I hate this stupid website. Literally, if you hit a show IAS table, it just clears out everything you just put in. And half the time it doesn't even show the pop-up window. It says further IAS useless. All right, so let's dial this back a little bit. Let's see how far back we can go. We'll go back 10%. 10% is still useless. Let's go back 45%. 45% is right there. So what we need is 50%. We need 50% off weapon IAS, and that caps us out. So so once we have 50%, we're actually over. We're over by quite a bit. So I could probably swap out the belts to something else, which would definitely be useful. I could also swap out maybe the gloves. I'm not sure. We'll figure it out. I mean, right now I'm over, which is really all that matters. So I can go ahead and throw those facets in the weapon. My crew is big and it keeps getting bigger. That's my cut. My D2 streamers Ginger. What? Yeah, I mean, I could go with arachnids instead. That's actually a good idea. The plus to skills on arachnids is definitely nice. What level is arachnids? Because I'm only level 73. I don't even know if I can put that on quite this second. I do have one sitting around somewhere. It's level 80, so yeah, I can't wear that for quite some time. Gonna party till I die. You know what's sad? I don't even remember where that song came from. I don't even know where that song came from.
Impossible.
You know what? Let's go ahead and put these cold facets in there. I want to put the cold facets in there. Yo. These are when you level up. I got a when you level up and a when you die. I think I'm going to wait on this 3-3 cold. It's a really bad facet. I'd like to put a better facet in there than that. We'll just put the 1 in there for right now. Mr. NiNi, why are you digging to hell in there? Calm it down with your little digs. See it. Look like a weird sternum. You're like a messed up sternum area. You shared that song on your page? It's catchy is what it is. See, one of my issues is I work at a retail establishment that plays radio all the time. So literally, like, it seeps into my brain, and before I know it, I'll be singing the stupid songs. Whether I like them or not. Nope, that's just Mr. NiNi. You too can look like your heart is exploding if you get yourself a chinchilla. You too can look like your heart is exploding. Might help if I actually use my Holy Freeze aura. You know, that would probably be a good idea, since I am a Holy Freeze Paladin, to probably use the aura of which my namesake is, that I didn't even have on. Of course, these guys are immune to cold and little punks. Your friends aren't, though. Your friends are freezing to death, and you're just standing there watching. You're gonna have survivor's guilt. Oh, you finally gonna come out, Mr. Knees? No, and right back into the shirt he goes. He's like, what? I'm not coming out. He said, oh, no. He said, that's for weird people. I may have an AR problem right now, but we'll figure that out as well. I have some ideas on how to fix that. I have some ideas. What am I doing? I need all the gems I can get. Is it just me, or do the guided arrows seem less guidey than they used to in the past? I mean, I remember being able to, like, fire around a corner with guided arrows before. And it seems like now they just, unless you're pointing the arrow, like, directly at the target that you want to shoot, they just, like, don't guide toward the target. Like if I fire an arrow past these guys, you see right now, it doesn't auto-guide toward any of them. And I'm not exactly sure, like, what it is about the guided arrow. I mean, there we go. It's triggering a little bit now. Of course, I didn't even have it on guided arrow before, but still, it does seem to do less guiding than it did before. But it does work okay, I guess. I don't know.
I am overburdened.
It's just I used to remember being able to do things like this, where you would like fire like around a corner or something, and the arrow would just automatically guide like from here straight to the target, and it doesn't. It still guides, of course, but it just doesn't guide as well as it used to in the past. I mean, I did, yeah, but that wasn't what I was talking about. I don't know. I'll have to show you guys what I mean, because it's a little hard to show you guys. There were some situations though where I do feel like it's less guidey than it was before. Most notably is situations where you're shooting around corners. Around corners used to be like one of the main things you used it for. It's a holy shield, or a royal shield. What's that? Oh, resistance says 14. Danger Dowell is gonna lose his shit. You hear that, Mr. NiNi? He said, I'm out of here. I ain't got time for that. At 1.10 might be the last time I've seriously used a guided arrow character. So, that probably makes sense, Atticus. It does feel like they slightly diminished its guidiness. Y'all better be nice or Mr. Nimoy's never going to come out of the shirt. He's just going to stay in there forever and make me look like I've got a weird bulbous chest. Flawless emerald. Large chime. Oh, come on. Pick up some stuff, will you? And put it in your bag. How do you know I have the opposites, Mr. Danger Dowell? Who told you mine was sunken in? So I just recently did the video on the Face of Horror, and I actually really liked the little blue tint on the horns for the Face of Horror mask. It's pretty cool. The L rune up here. Another flawless ruby. I'll take them all. Apparently you did, Danger Dowell. He remembers everything that I say in the stream. It's Danger Dowell's name coming at you with the pain. Mr. NiNi, are you coming out or no? The people wants to see you. Okay? Just because you got stage fright doesn't mean you can't come out and play. Just because you got the stage fright. They can see your little nostril sticking out. They know you're in there. You're not fooling anybody. That's right. There's no fooling. You might as well come out and say hi. That was a resounding no. He said, boy, if you don't get off of me. What's my video playing at? Should be 1080p, Kyle. That's what I stream at, 1080p. Yes, they have little hands and they grab stuff. They're little grabby little punks. Kind person. Except for when they bite me. You know, them things to get less kind. I bite back. I remember one time, the first time any of my chinchillas ever bit me, like ever, I was like, I'll bite you back, and he bit me again. I don't know what he was doing. I don't know what kind of smoke he was puffing that particular day. But I you know, as a gesture of dominance, I took his entire head and put it in my mouth and pretended like I was going to bite him. And he never bit me again after that. Never. I said, I got teeth too. I said, you won't see them? You won't see my teeth? I'll show you my teeth. And he was not happy with my teeth. They were very big and very scary. Ow. I seem to have not enough resistances with this bow on. I might want to forgo using it for a little while I'm here in Lightning Town. Oh, I've seen some baby Chinchillas. They're pretty cute. They weigh like absolutely nothing. They're like bundles of air. You pick them up and you're like, oh, is there something in my hand? Might as well be a bird. Mr. NiNi, now it looks like I have a large boobie. Can you, like, why is, look at this. Looks like I have a large... I'm dying. Did you guys ever hear about that story about the Russian soldiers that actually grew breasts on one side of their body? So apparently there was this like in Russia there's this like traditional like soldier salute thing, and like one of the things that you have to do apparently in this soldier thing is that you like smack really hard. Like, you know, it's kind of like a salute, right? So you do the whole thing, and then you like, chaw! You know, you hit yourself right here, and the goal is to make a nice loud smack, so you know it signifies the salute or whatever. Well, apparently it was like a traditional part of the soldiers' movement for such a long period of time, and they kept smacking that particular area for a long period of time that apparently it stimulated development. And they did it enough for so long that apparently all the soldiers grew basically one breast on the side where they kept smacking over and over again, and it was literally like the entire regiment. There's a article on it. I'm sure if you search something along those lines, you'll find it. I thought it was absolutely hilarious. Apparently, moral of the story is don't beat yourself over and over again in one particular pectoral muscle. I don't think it works that way, Danger Dow. Fun fact of the day. You know what? Why not link it in chat so you guys can all... Yep, here it is right here. Wow, there's even more than I thought. Apparently in the German military, they're also, yeah, wow, okay. I'm linking it too. You guys are getting it. That's it. Have a link. You think y'all thought I was joking? Y'all thought it was like an April Fool's joke? No, it's not an April Fool's joke. It was a real thing. Real. Ooh, superior ornate blade. What's that? 4-socket. Not good. Food. There's a unique Balrog blade. Where's the unique Balrog blade? Let's go. I didn't see a unique Balrog blade on the ground. Oh, what is it? You just found it? I can't remember right off the top of my head, actually. It's been a long time since I found the unique Balrog blade. Hey, level 75. I get my +3 skill points now. Bink, bink, bink. Ba, 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 ba. Let's see. What the hell was I working on? I can't remember what I was working on. I think it was Zeal for attack rating. Yeah. I don't have enough Zeal points. My Zeal is very low. That's what I wanted to say too, Danger Dowl, was Flame Bellow, but I wasn't sure. Isn't that the one that has like the Inferno charges on it? Or the Inferno skill? It's like +18 Inferno or some crazy amount like that. Because as soon as as soon as you said unique Balrog Blade, the fire came to my mind. Like it was a fire sword, but I didn't want to say Hex Fire or anything like that, because I know that's not the case. I just remember it was a fire weapon. Yes, it does. But doesn't raw points and Zeal give me more attack rating? Hey, an Umrune. Look at that. Sexy. Drop from a ghost. Ghosts have a very high rune drop chance. Oh, immune to cold. Yeah, it's a hidden bonus. We were looking at it the other day as 5%. We were talking about it, and I went ahead and put 1 point into it for the time being to get the 5%, but I'll probably have to put some more points in it later. So many potions. I can make some nice things with that. Do I have a ladder group? Would I like to join one? I don't have a ladder group. I'm still in the process of trying to figure that out. So far, the ladder groups that I've put together haven't been the greatest, but Mr. NiNi, why do you want to go into my armpit exactly? Does it smell good in there? Does it smell like armpit juice? Is that your favorite flavor? Pull a water world on you guys. I will savor the sweet flavor of dry land. Boo. Necro is a good solid choice. It is. It's a good solid choice for a ladder character, definitely. It's always a dead end around here, Black Wendell. Always. You might as well just assume it's a dead end before you even get there, instead of smacking your face into the bars. Oh, David Cap, a new Ginger Gaming mentee. Congratulations, David. You get access to some really cool emotes. Tell him what he's won, Jen. Well, you've won exclusive access to know what videos are coming out before they arrive. You've also won special access to some crazy silly emotes, such as this. We have the Chinchilla with the heart. There is also the regular Chinchilla, the laughing ginger.
Oops.
And the chonkers, because who doesn't like a big chunky boy? You also get a special icon next to your name, signifying to all others that you are superior to them in every way, shape, and form. You can say, look at me, I've got a cool little icon next to my name, and you guys don't, and you guys suck. So much value, yes.
No.
But that's not all. If you choose one of the higher tiers of the Ginger Gaming Mentee, you even get a discount on all Ginger Gaming merchandise. And if you link your account to the Discord chat, to the Discord program, you can actually link your YouTube and your Discord together, and you get a special title in Discord as well. I have filled the mentor, the Ginger Gaming Mentee category quite thusly. Thusly, yeah. Citizen Snips. That was from that was from Futurama, wasn't it? Citizen Snips. I remember Citizen Snips. Mr. NiNi, you coming out? You finally coming out, Mr. Knees? He said, I don't know. It's pretty scary out here in the wide world. He said, it's pretty scary out here. Oh, he's out. Don't spook him, guys. Don't spook him. Don't spook him. Stole my Tome of Town portal. I bought another one. I don't need that one. Gonna party till I die. Mr. Knees. Yes, that's the good Mr. Knees. Nice Mr. Knees. Not evil Mr. Knees. He said, what? Eat your soul? For free? For free? If you don't do sound effects with your scritches, you know, they're not effective, okay? It's important. The sound effects make the scritches like 10 times more effective, okay? Like at least 10 times more effective than they were before. Okay, so, you know, this is important. If you don't do sound effects, shame on you. Are you done sleeping in there? Because it's hot. I don't know why it's hot in the middle of winter, but it's hot. And you're hot. You're a little cannonball of heat. A little rabid raccoon of fire. Your fur is like literally the softest, most luxurious thing in the world, and it's hot. It's very hot. If this was the winter, I would be wearing you as a coat, but it's not the winter. And it is not, and you're hot. Why are you just staring at me like that? What'd I do?
This blade shall pierce the heart of evil.
Yes, pierce the heart of evil, yes. Bam, 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 bam. I need a crown, a Burger King crown.
You
Take your gibbon.
this man.
Give me my ring. 14% MF, 57 mana. Not bad. +1 to mana after each kill. Not bad. I hold on to that. That can be one of my makeshift magic find rings. Gonna kill Mephisto and kick him in the eye. Gonna kick him in the face and make him cry. Do I think they will ever allow crossplay between PC, console? I really don't know. I didn't expect them to do any of the stuff they did with console. I don't even understand why they don't have crossplay between the two in the first place. It's not like this is a first-person shooter or anything. I mean, with first-person shooters, I can understand because the PC players just have a relatively unfair advantage over the console players. And then they gave the console players like godlike, ridiculous, broken OP aimbot to compensate, and now there's still an unfair advantage. It's just in the opposite direction. Who would have thunk that giving everyone in the world aimbot would have made things a little bit all one-sided? But in the same vein, I don't really see any kind of unbalance between console and PC users to warrant any kind of separation. I don't even know why they did. Maybe there's a logistical issue. Superior Rondash. You see how my Holy Freeze literally hits everything on the screen? Like, there's nothing that escapes my Holy Freeze. By comparison, if you compare this to like a Mercenaries, like your Merc has a Holy Freeze aura, it does not even close. The Mercenaries Holy Freeze aura doesn't hit everything. It's it'll hit some things, like what he's fighting, but that's about it. And mine's only gonna get even higher. Let's check this circlet. +3 offensive auras and 5% mana steal. It's actually more than what I have now. Dare I be tempted? Dare I be tempted for one more level in my skill? I would lose so much. So much. So much. What would my damage be if I put this hat on? I've got 3,158 to 3,185 to 3,293 to 3,330. It definitely does go up quite a bit for one level. Completely AFK Pally. David Knapp is trying to make himself a walking simulator character. Yes, you can. You could use Dual Dreams with Holy Freeze. Although it's definitely more powerful to use Dual Dreams with Conviction Aura. All these gems that are dropping, it's almost as if they know that I used all my perfects on re-rolling charms. It's almost as if they know. Isn't that right, Mr. Knees? They know. They know, Mr. Knees. They know. We need to be careful. They know. They are on to us. Conviction is a very powerful skill. No doubt. No doubt whatsoever. No diggity. Not only does Conviction offer you amazing negative res, it also reduces the defense of all the monsters around you and makes it so that you don't need the the attack rating. So you can actually go with slack butt attack rating. Oh wow, absolutely beautiful. Anybody want a starter shield? That's like the godlikest starter shield that ever started. Level 6 with 45 all res and 5% enhanced defense at that. It's superior, which means you could only socket it to 4 sockets, but you could put just 3 perfect diamonds in there. Or 4 perfect diamonds in there. And 4 perfect diamonds would, 4 perfect diamonds would definitely be very nice. So Conviction doesn't really do a lot for cold damage. I can't really break immunes with it. The only thing it will do is up my cold damage, but it won't help me with cold immunes. So instead of focusing on lowering the resistance of the cold monsters, I need to, I need the, what was it called? I got a brain fart right now. I need the physical damage increase to help me with those cold immune monsters, so that I have 2 things going on. I've got the physical damage from the cold immune, or from the, I got the physical damage coming in for the cold immunes, and the cold damage for everything else. I need to get one more cold facet for this. If anybody has any, like, negative 5%, it doesn't have to be a perfect cold facet. I just want a negative 5% cold facet. I'll trade you whatever you're looking for. I got I got an rune. I got a couple gull runes. I've got an ist rune. Just let me know what you want.
Overburdened.
Yes, Mr. Knees. I know you guys can't hear him, but he's making little squeak noises. It's his, I believe it's his echo. I've always referred to it as the echo. So chinchillas have this interesting noise that they make. It essentially functions like a like say if you walked into a room and you couldn't see everybody in the room, maybe it was a dark room or whatever, and you just like called out and you was like, hey, who's there? Or like, hey, what's going on? You know, hey, what's up? You know, like that. Like there's this little echo that they do, and the echo seems to be something along the lines of like, you know, is anybody there? You know, what's going on? You know, and then I've noticed that the other chinchillas actually sort of like will echo back. So they echo back at you. And or echo back at the other chinchilla who's echoing. So that's why I call it an echo, because literally when one chinchilla does it, the other chinchillas also do it, and it kind of signifies, I guess, like some sort of togetherness or something. I don't really know. Hey, Jewel. Yeah. Terrible Jewel. It's funny because the low rune is actually more common to get off of her minions. I don't know why, but the monsters around her, the monsters around the Countess have a higher chance of dropping items than the other ones do. If you guys wonder why sometimes I take him out of my shirt and put it back in, it's because I have a shirt on the inside of this shirt. So I have 2 shirts on. I never want him to actually be on the inside of my shirt, so I'm always wearing 2 shirts. And every now and then when he digs his own way in, he'll find a way to get underneath of the second shirt, and I don't want him to get under the second shirt because, well, yeah. He's got little, I don't want to call them claws because they're not claws. They're actually like little fingernails. He has little fingernails, and they're kind of sharp, but I don't really want to get scratched by them. Superior Hellforge. What's that? 3-socket, 14% enhanced with 605 defense. Not F, though. Unfortunately, Hellforge is a rather slow plate and probably not one you would want to build a piece in. That is a rather nice plate, though, but I just can't see using that on anybody. If it was ethereal, that'd be great for a merc, though. Go into the sewers level 2. Gonna find some things that we wanna do. Got ice. Oh, some Sanders Rip Rap. I just did a video on them. Sanders Rippity Rap. I wonder if I should use some Sanders Rip Raps. They have a rather large amount of attack rating on them. Could be a pretty huge boon to me for the multiplicative factor. A lot of people don't think about the multiplicative factor when it comes to attack rating or raw attack rating. Could be very useful to me right this second. Let me show you guys what I mean. So here's my attack rating right now without Sanders Rip Rap. So I'm at 8,298. When I put on Sanders Rip Rap, it's going to go up a hell of a lot more than 100 points because it has 100 attack rating and 10 dexterity. So it's going to go from 8,298 to 9,463. You see how big of a bump that is for 100? That's literally more than 1,000 attack rating for 100 attack rating raw. I don't really want to give up my crushing blow, my open wounds, but that is a lot of attack rating that you get basically for one little bump. Multiplicative attack rating is massive. So you always have to remember that that raw attack rating numbers, like 100 attack rating on the boots, or like attack rating that comes from a charm or things like that, can be massive in terms of how much you get from them. I'm actually going to have to swap out my charms eventually. I was using a bunch of junk charms, but I'll be swapping these out for some better ones later. I wonder if I have any attack rating, like small charms just laying around. Fire damage, poison damage, 18 attack rating, 16 life. That's very nice. We'll go ahead and put that in there. And I can also take out another 3 to 6 cold and add this one, which has max damage and attack rating.
Hello.
Yeah, Angelix gives raw attack rating. That's one of the reasons why it's so very popular. It's just simply because it does give such a massive amount of attack rating. And then all your percentages and whatnot can multiply it out, which is definitely very nice. I'm not using Angelix because I wanted to get the +1 to skills. The plus to skills for this build is very imperative. It causes me to get more and more cold damage, and I need to get it to the point where I'm dishing out as much cold damage as humanly possible. Ruin Temple is in what? Bazaar? It's in the Bazaar, right? So I was actually thinking about what I wanted to run for this character, and because I really want to use plus the skill equipment, I was considering running two BK rings. I don't have two BK rings, but I could probably find another one. They're not that extraordinarily rare. I'll just have to farm Andariel for a little while. And then what I was thinking of doing instead to get my Cannot Be Frozen was I was going to run two-piece death set. I think that might be a very, very effective method. So I'll like when they finally do drop the 2.4 patch, I'm gonna find Death's Gloves and Death's Sash, and I'll fully upgrade them to the elite versions. And I think that'll be a really cool combo for this character because it'll give me my Cannot Be Frozen in belt form, give me some resistances, give me my 30% increased attack speed, which I do need, and it'll also give me a pretty massive amount of poison resistance as well. Millibregas! I wasn't even thinking budget. I was thinking best in slot. I was thinking that I might use deaths on this character for best in slot because it will allow me to get away with using one more BK ring. Of course, the alternative is I could use a Ravenfrost and Arachnid's Mesh. A Ravenfrost and Arachnid's Mesh would be an interesting combination too, but I just don't know. I'm still kind of like weighing the options.
I am overburdened.
I don't really feel like Arachnid's Mesh offers me that much except for +1 to skills, and that's why I'm considering going the other route. Plus, it's very difficult to get 30% increased attack speed. If you guys are aware, 30% increased attack speed is not easy to obtain. Now, the downside of going that route is that I would lose access to the crafted gauntlets, so I would no longer get like the crushing blow off the crafted gauntlets, which I'll have to think about. That is another thing. The slowest target on the belt is definitely nice. It's 10%, but it's nice.
May the Black Book deliver us from evil.
May the Black Book deliver us from evil. Nightwings does have plus to skills. I need to get my hands on Nightwings, but I don't have one. That's the problem. Well, I mean, let me correct myself. I do have a Nightwings, but it is unfortunately not. It is unfortunately ethereal, so that does make it a little bit difficult. I do need to get my hands on a Nightwings. If anybody has one of those for trade, I would like to get my hands on a Nightwings. I'll give you maybe some Gully runes or some Lemmy runes, some Ist runes. I got Lum runes. I got an rune. Various runes of runiness. Nightwings is an ideal item for me. I definitely need that.
Yes.
Sounds like somebody just came in my door. Somebody will pop out and scare the crap out of me. I mean, I have the door open because it's kind of hot. Grab my breath of the dying. You guys are funny. I forgot to repair my weapon. I went back to town to repair my weapon. Why does freaking Heaven's Light Mighty Scepter have such a low durability? Sadness. What weapon could I use on Black Wundell for physical immunity? I mean, there's a lot of different choices. One right off the top of my head that's really easy to get your hands on is a Baronera's Star. Those things are great for physical immunes. They're absolutely full of elemental damage. Hellrune on Nightmare Countess. Woo! Hey, Hellrunes are good. Don't knock Hellrunes. What's up, Hell Swarms? Baby responsibilities. Baby. Yeah, we could do some nightmare rushing if you want. $55 watching, only 20 thumbs up. Tom F. You see this horribly mutated sternum? It's worth at least a couple thumbs up. Somebody commented on one of my videos. They said, I thought you had a horribly mutated sternum until the chinchilla popped out. Or until the animal popped out of your shirt. Horribly mutated. Yes, I am Quasimodo. Look here, sirs. Please do the stopping of that. White Monarch. Who wants a White Monarch?
Impossible.
Gives you a White Monarch if you want it. Yes, you do. I'm gonna drop it on the ground right here if anybody wants a White Monarch. There you go. I always drop them on the ground for whenever anybody asks. They're like, I can't find a White Monarch. And I'm like, I find them all the time. It's like, watch my stream. I'll drop them on the ground. You can have it for free. For free 99, okay? Pull out your wallet and write a check for free 99. Of course, I did a video on Sanders' set, and Sanders is dropping all over the place. That's Sanders' gloves. Who's still alive in here? Torque Ice Fist. I would appreciate it if you would lay down.
The temple shall shine anew with the light.
Into hell. This is looking like my frame rate just tanks. Yes, my frame rate is at 14 for some reason. Why is my frame rate tanking? There's absolutely no reason for my frame rate to be tanking like that. Something must be going on in the background. It's usually the case. God, my freaking frame rate went into the garbage dump. That is some deuce level frame rate. Like it's like literally ka-chonking. I'm gonna go back and grab the waypoint real quick. I'm gonna restart the game. Hold on, we're gonna kill Mephisto first, Slime Bucket. Yeah, I'm gonna be right back. I'm gonna restart the game. This is like ka-chunking. Ka-chunk, ka-chunk, ka-chunk. Not sure what the hell is going on in the background. I do still need a facet, David Condon. You got one? I need one that's just negative 5% at the very least. That's really the only thing I'm worried about. The skill damage isn't too important, but I would like higher skill damage. But the negative 5% is like the main component there that matters. Well, thank you, Goblin. I appreciate it. At least I think that says Goblin. There's a lot of 4s in there. But I'm pretty sure that it says Goblin. I think so, anyway. Well, if you want to come in and trade it real quick, the game name is GGM1. The password is 2222022. In honor of 2222222. Oh, dang, that jank's perfect. What do you want for it? You want the rune? You want gold rune? What you want? What you want, what you want, what you really, really want. Let me grab some stuff out of the chest here. Got gold rune, I got ist rune, I got, what's that rune at? Rune. I got lum rune, lim rune, pole rune. Yeah. Which one you want? Just a rune is fine. A rune? That's a perfect facet. Here, have a, was that Umrune? Is Umrune higher than Istrune? I can't remember. My brain is farty. It's a farty brain. Here, have a Umrune and a Lemrune. There you go. Perfect. Yay! Bank. Take all the runes. Ah, yes, my damage is even higher now. Unlimited power. What are you looking for, Tomac? I have all the Natalia pieces. I've got the Natalia armor. I've got the claw. I've got the boots. If you need a particular piece, I could probably hook you up. Azure Wrath, I think, is one of those items that that only drops from like Bale and stuff like that. Check my video on Azure Wrath, though. I looked up all that stuff.
It's locked.
One of the things I do at the end of all my videos is I look up the kind of like the drop percentages and where the best monster is to farm those particular items. So if you go take a look at my Azure Wrath video, I'm sure it'll tell you like precisely where that comes from. But you know, Angel, I actually have one sitting in my stash that I'm not using. If you want to come grab it, you're more than welcome to it. I mean, the only thing I think I was going to do with it was maybe make like an undead killer paladin. I had like this idea of making an undead killer paladin, but it's not really like a super duper important thing. What's up, Ariel Rodriguez? I'm pretty good. How about you, sir? Ow, mana burn little demons. Going for me.
It's locked.
See the way I handled them little demons? See the way I handled them little demons? Them little demons are mean. Them little demons are rude. What's up, Amanda Bradley? I didn't say to trade it, Angel. I said come get it. That's what I said, remember? I literally said come get it. People are kind enough to me on a regular basis. The last thing I need is to force people to pay me for everything that I'm giving away. If you want it, come and get it. That's the offer. The game name is GGM1, and the password is 2222022. Because it is 222222222. How is it over here in Virginia? It is hot for no particular reason. Because Virginia weather is stupid, and I don't understand it ever. I've lived here all my life, and I still don't understand it. It can be the middle of winter, and it doesn't matter. It will be like 80 degrees in the middle of winter, and then like the next day it'll be hailing or something. I don't, you know, we don't talk about the weather in Virginia. We just survive it. We survive. I will survive. Ow, why are you guys being so rude to me? So I actually have a whole video up, by the way, explaining the evil monsters that are known as bone fetishes. But I'd like to offer you guys a very simple explanation of how to survive bone fetishes as much as possible. So I'm going to link this in chat for you guys. If you'd like to watch the entire thing, it's about 26 minutes long, and I go over everything you need to know to survive bone fetishes. But I'm going to give you the quick and dirty. This is the quick and dirty version that will tell you what you need to know to survive. All right. So the quick and dirty version is this: don't run, because you can actually block their explosion. The explosion is physical damage, which means that your resistances do nothing. And in general, don't kill them quickly. So if you do kill them, which is fine, killing them is fine, don't kill them all at once. So don't sit there and kill every single one of them in 2 seconds. Kill one, then the next, then the next, then the next, and spread them out a little bit so that you can actually survive each individual explosion. Each individual explosion is usually not that bad. Do you have Nintendo Switch, Angel? I have a Nintendo Switch. I could transfer it over. My Paladin is not meant for PvP, Ariel Rodriguez. He's meant for PvM. Besides, you're probably just using a grief anyway. I'm not really sure at what point people thought that using a grief in PvP was somehow like the big brain move. Like, you know how like if you carefully craft a PvP character and you make him work in such a way that is amazing, you know, you've gone through all the processes to try and like build the best character that you could possibly build, right? And all a melee character has to do for the most part is put on a grief, and that's like the most important thing that he can do. So there's no actual thought or intuition to it anymore. It's pretty much just put on a grief. If you're not using a grief in PvP, you're actually stupid, honestly, because the grief actually bypasses the PvP penalty and does massive amounts of damage that other weapons can never compete with. So it's like it's absolutely ridiculous. So what's happening with future Skyrim? What do you mean future Skyrim? You talking about Elder Scrolls 6? Yes, grief is that broken in PvP. It's completely and utterly broken. It's the way that it calculates. So the way that it calculates is normally when you attack somebody in PvP, it has to go through the PvP penalty system. And every single attack in the game has to go through the PvP penalty system. And what happens when grief is calculated is that the damage, the bonus damage from grief does not go through the PvP penalty calculation. So everybody else is going through the PvP penalty calculation, but you're not. And it literally allows you to bypass all of that negative damage that you would normally have to combat in some way, shape, or form. Oh, I constantly am doing Skyrim episodes. Skyrim episodes are every single week at 6 o'clock p.m. on Sunday. So every Sunday, 6 o'clock p.m., there will be a new Skyrim episode. I pre-record them because I don't have the time on Sundays to actually do anything. That's why I picked that day in particular, because it's the day that I have to go in at 4 a.m. at night. So I can't really do a stream. So it's a pre-recorded episode. Basically of me playing Skyrim every Sunday at 6. I also do a horror game every Saturday at 6 o'clock. So, you know, keep your eyes out for those. They'll be up every single Saturday and every single Sunday. I actually have a horror game already lined up for this Saturday. I think it's, what was it called? Let me double check my list here. What is that? Is that the Smiling Man? Oh yeah, it's the Smiling Man. That's right. The Smiling Man is a really weird one where this guy like kind of chases you around and crap, like in the middle of the night. For some reason, I'm walking to a grocery store in the middle of the night to get myself some snacks or something. I don't even know. It's a little silly. Grief is kind of unique in the world of Diablo. I don't think there are any other items in the game that bypass the PvP penalty the way that grief does. Oh, thanks, Blackwell. Well, thank you, Mrs. Gizmaluk. think I got that name right, actually. That's a first. I mean, let's be honest. There are other options, and you can, in fact, do those other options. The issue is that there are no other options that are considered.
Darken the world no longer.
There are no other options that are considered optimal or best in slot. But I still have fun playing around with the other options, even if I don't have the best in slot option. So, why can I not pick up Mephisto's Soulstone? Do I have somebody else's Soulstone on me?
I need a key.
Is that the unique shark tooth armor? Or nah, that's like the colors off. I swear I still can't tell the difference quite between the yellow and the unique. I don't know why they don't make it a little bit more gold. Somebody said he found a jaw rune while he was listening to my stream. A jaw rune. The runiest. People have been telling me all the time, they're like, while I was listening to your stream, I found this. And I'm like, that's right, because I'm good luck. Haha. Yep, Bone Dog said I found a jaw and a gull rune while listening to this video. Nice. Jaw and a gull rune. Dang. That's some pretty OP jank.
It's good.
But
It's good to see you again, hero. Trying to arrange this jank a little bit better so I actually have some room for some stuff. Ah, you're the one that won the $1,000 of my puzzle challenge. Well, congratulations. Congratulations. That is Johan Vikmo. Johan. What's up, Johan? You have a very strange Twitch name for a guy named Johan. Arr. Long story, he says. Long story. Is that slime? There we go. GGM Slime 2. That was the name of the game.
die.
GGM Slime 2, password 16. Sadness, you should have done 22222222222, because it is the 2222222 day. Ba, 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 ba. Slime is on. You're level 46. What act are you in? We have Frozen River? Alright, Frozen River it is. Killing Bale. I don't even have World Stone Keep level 2 waypoint. Apparently I just didn't get it. Hell runes are good for reducing the requirements of items, and you can also use them in the cube to remove runes or gems from an item. So like say for instance I wanted to remove the jewel from this shield. I would take the shield and I would put it inside of the cube, and you put one single scroll, not a tome, a scroll of Town Portal, and you put a hell rune in here, and you can remove the jewel. It will destroy it, by the way. It will destroy the rune, but it's a very useful way to reuse bases. Like for instance, I have this pretty amazing shield. Let me see, where is it? Right here. This is a royal shield with Ancient's Pledge in it. It has 45 all res on it. I would rather put Coco Mal in here, but I have Ancient's Pledge in here right now. So if I wanted to remove the Ancient's Pledge, I would use the Hell rune to remove the Ancient's Pledge from here, and then I could put a different rune word in it, which is very, very useful.
Thanks.
Ba 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 ba. Ba 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 ba. No, we still don't have the release date for 2.4, David. There's still one more phase of public test realm before 2.4 comes out, so look forward to that. If you're not subscribed, go ahead and subscribe, because I'll probably have a video up like literally the day that 2.4 comes out. I'll have updates, essentially what I mean. So I'll have updates all the time based on every single test phase. So when we know when the next test phase is coming and the new changes that they're coming out with, I'll have that listed. There's a lot going on when it comes to the test phases and stuff, so... Hey, the waypoint. I needed that. What's up, String Theory? For those of you just joining, Mr. NiNi is hiding in my shirt. He really does like to take his naps, doesn't he? Mr. NiNi, would you like to come out and actually say hello to everybody? He said no. He said super hyper no. He said, look here, sir. He says, I will nap when I want to nap. And you cannot tell me what time that I should do the nappings. Because I am going to nap when I want to nap. And you can't tell me otherwise. Bup, 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 bup. Bad burial. What are you cringing at, sir? Have you never seen a chinchilla before? Have you never seen a chinchilla before? Let me educate you, sir. This is a chinchilla. They hide in shirts. It's what they do. They're good at it. They're little chest monsters. Chest monsters. They look like little space aliens in there. Space aliens. $16. Slime is not hip on the 222 2222. Ooh, some light gauntlets. Oh yeah? Chinchillas are awesome. Hey, look, another pair of Sanders. What part of the world am I in? I'm in the east coast of United States. I'm in Virginia. So right there near the ocean on the east coast of the United States. Yeah, you guys can always come and join. We're about to swap over to hell difficulty though, so give us just a second, because we're gonna swap in here. Boop, 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 boop. All right, so what's the next game? Slime. We need the new game here. GGM Slime 32222. It's not enough twos, sir. You made a nightmare game. You made it nightmare. Failure.
Thanks.
Man, couldn't even get me while I was distracted and eating my Nutty Buddy. What an absolute failure of a PK. I mean, I could understand failing to PK me while I was paying attention. I could understand PK me, like failing to PK me, like if I was on a character who was also PvP related. But you failed to kill me while I was literally drinking liquid and eating a Nutty Buddy. And I wasn't even paying attention to the screen at any way, shape, or form. And you still failed. That's pretty amazing. That's at a pretty amazing level of failure.
Emotional damage. Emotional damage.
Hey, Sashimi.
Emotional damage.
Failure. Failure. Oh, it's so funny to watch PKers fail horribly. That was your best chance, by the way. That was literally your best chance. I couldn't have been more distracted. Man, that Nutty Buddy was delicious, by the way. Ah, delicious. They're delicious. Does anybody else eat their Nutty Buddies by like peeling them apart and eating each layer, like layer by layer? I think that's one of the best ways to eat Nutty Buddies. It's just like layer by layer. It's like the creme de la creme of eating Nutty Buddies. Where is my? I can't stand how I don't have access to the little arrow down next to the time clock on all my screens. I've got literally 3 screens. Half time I'm not even paying attention to the game. Got too many screens I'm looking at. Beep, 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 beep. Not really worried about PKers, but I think I need to go shut the door. Because it's definitely open. I'll be right back. Mr. NiNi. Mr. NiNi said, "You better let me back inside that shark." Well, get in there then. Nobody said you couldn't get in. Stop panicking. Go. God, you little punk. Beep, 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 beep. Hold on, I gotta play that. I gotta play that meme one more time for our failure of a PK. Hold on.
Emotional damage. Emotional damage.
Frickin' Steven, he. Frickin' love him on YouTube. He's hilarious. Emotional damage. Freaking emotional damage. Where were we at? We were going to rescue Kane. Come on, guys. Let's go rescue Kane. That's right. Happy 2-something day. It's 2... I'm going to go get some tacos before work. I have to. I think it's important. I think it's very important that before I go to work tonight, I'm going to go get tacos. I have to leave tonight before... because I go to work at 10, but... 15% IAS, 12 max damage, Herald of Zankaroon. Oh, I'm getting 22 tacos, Scott. 22 tacos, okay? No one goes only 2 tacos. Who eats only 2 tacos? That's like... That's a terrible, sad life. People only eat 2 tacos. You have to eat at least like 7 or 8 tacos. But since it's 2-2 day, I'm gonna have to go with 22 tacos because you know it's got to be a multiplicative of 2. No, because then that would be 4. You can't do that. That's 2 for 2, 2, 2. You could eat 2 tacos, 2 burritos, and 2 nachos. How about that? 2, 2, 2. Yeah, nobody needs that 2 taco negativity in their lives. All these cold immune monsters. God. Gonna shoot you in the eye with my guided arrow sigh. I bet you that PK is so mad too. He's probably so mad. He's probably over there just like crying in his cornflakes. Crying in his cornflakes. The absolute abject failure. Emotional damage. Dude, I wasn't even trying to run away. Like, I literally was just trying to finish my Nutty Buddy, and I like pulled my scroll a Tome of Town portal out, and I failed, and I put it back, and then I pulled it back out again, and then I failed, and I put it back. And I still made it away. And we were literally right next to the waypoint, by the way. I was so lazy and trying to get away from that. Does anybody have Stony Field? Because apparently I don't have Stony Field. It's in Discord, Morbius. That way the DPKer doesn't have the opportunity to come in and mess up our game. You are in Discord, right, Morbius? At Morbius. Huh, I don't know if you are in Discord. You're not on the list. Why are you not on the list, Morbius? Bink. Bink. I heard a rune. Well, I have the ear of the last PKer who tried. Bro. Ariel, you need some better emotes, buddy. You need to become a member of my channel so you can get some more professional emotes than those. Those emotes are just lacking. You need professional level emotes like this one, or this one, or definitely chonkers. Unfortunately, with those poor peasant emotes, you cannot do very much. Poor peasant emotes. Poor peasant emotes. Oh, there you are. Okay. Morbius. Here you go, Morbius. You should be able to see the chat now. Chinchilla eating a taco? Negative resist is worth more than positive skill damage if you already have enough negative resist. I mean, if you don't have any negative resist. So in the situation of a sorceress, so sorceresses have the massive amount of negative resist that comes from cold mastery, and they don't need more negative resistance because they already have a massive amount of negative resistance. So when you're a sorceress who has, you know, negative 200% cold mastery, it's more important for you to have plus skill damage. But if you are a paladin, like me, for instance, who has no negative skill damage, or negative cold resistance, the negative cold resistance becomes much more important than the latter. It really depends on how much you've got. Think about it, David Knapp, think about it more like you know, in the circus where like the guy puts his head in the lion's mouth. Like that's basically what it's like. So like, you know, I let the ooh, a monarch shield. Oh dang, both of them got snatched up. I missed the amulet and missed the monarch shield. That better be a jeweler's monarch of deflecting. What's up, Valkyrie? Yeah, you know in the circus where like the lion tamer puts his head in the lion's mouth, like that's pretty much what it's like. You know, it's like oh, the chinchilla putting his head in the human's mouth. Could be a chinchilla circus. Chinchilla circus show. That's right, chonkers. Oh, it's a monarch of blocking, not a jeweler's monarch of blocking. The sadness. The sadness. Into the cow level we must... What? Oh, that's right, I haven't killed Hell Cows, or Hell Bailey yet. Boo. Somebody want to open up cow level? Somebody open up cow level. Who's got access to the cow level?
Good day.
Let's go Muida. Let's go Muida some cows. That's not a bad little faster cast ring. 10% faster cast, 15 strength, 10 energy. It's not terrible. Bink, bink. Can you poke Valk 1 in Discord? Bink, bink. There you go. Shadow bow. I get the impression Ariel is probably not very old. Probably, you know, like 12 to 16 years old. It's not a big deal. We were all hyper little kids at one time. Oh yes, the most professional of cow killers. You know it. Look at how well he kills cows. So great. I know you guys are jealous. Don't be jealous. It is unbecoming to be jealous. I do notice he has some severe attack rating issues, and I'm just going to have to keep building up his zeal until I can get to a point where I'm doing okay. Oh no, my weapon broke. Exactly what I didn't want to happen. Oh my goodness. No, no, no.
Yes?
Why did I go to Akara? Look at that. Apparently I thought Akara was the one who was going to repair my weapon. Yeah, I put a point into Blessed Aim for the passive. That's the token of my gratitude. Seven to minimum of 15% cold resistance. Look at my merc over there. It's just super intelligent, shooting at the wall. Like the best merc ever. Can you stop shooting at the wall? No, need a physical. I was wondering why they weren't taking any damage whatsoever. Makes a little bit more sense. Did he finally stop spamming emotes? Did he finally? Dang it. I'm trying to pay attention to over here. Oh, Nightbot got him. Yeah, that's pretty funny. Nightbot got him. Nightbot does have anti-spam mechanics and things like that, which are very, very nice. Damaged Archon blade. Ooh. So nice. Go grab my work back.
Good evening.
He's a little kid. I'm not really worried about it. Let him be a little kid. We were all little kids at one point. It's not like he's doing anything harmful, like deliberately. What did I buy? I don't even need a tome. Why did I buy a tome? I am hitting the last IAS frame. Where's my merc?
Hello again,
Merc alert. What class is my first ladder character going to be? I'm still kind of up in the air on that. I haven't really made my choice yet. I'm going to wait and see what kind of changes they make. I want to see what all the changes they make are before I make a solid choice. I think at this point, it's not about which merc is the best, but it's about which merc is the best for you. I think every single character is going to have to make a choice now, depending on what kind of character they are. You know, do they specifically need a tank? Do they specifically need a specific aura? If they don't need a specific aura, what do they need? Do they need, you know, corpses? Because if they need corpses, they may be in a situation where they wouldn't want, you know, the ice merc or the ice bow girl, so forth and so on. The new static field merc, the Act 3 lightning merc, is honestly absolutely epic. And if you're not a sorceress that already has static field, having a character constantly spamming static field on a regular basis is just a really, really good thing in general. And I get the feeling now that we're going to see a lot more diversity in the merc choices. My Conviction Paladin may be swapping over to static field. I'm actually kind of excited about this. I do really like the Ice Merc on my Conviction Paladin, and they are beefing up the Ice Merc. But at the same time, I really do like the prospect of having a constant static field going. One of the big downsides of Vengeance is that I don't really have a lot of AoE damage, and having a constant static field running as I'm running along on my Conviction Paladin will be absolutely epic. Plus, combined with my max level Conviction, it'll hit really hard. Static field actually, it does get affected by resistances, and so if I have max Conviction running all the time, the static merc is going to be like just ripping everything down. The way I see it now is if you still need a tank merc, the Barbarian and the Act 2 merc are still going to be very good. If you still need a very specific aura that the Act 2 mercs give, then yes, you're probably still going to be using an Act 2 merc. But there are other options. Melee splash damage, I don't really think that's ever going to be a thing. That's a pipe dream. That's something that PD2 cooked up a long time ago, and it was never something that would ever make it into this game. Like, never, ever, ever. If you're holding out hope for that one, you're living on a pipe dream. Look, single target damage is single target damage, and AoE damage is AoE damage. We don't need something that causes single target damage to be AoE damage. The entire purpose of single target AoE damage is to have a massive single hit. And the entire purpose of AoE damage is to not be that massive single damage hit, but to have a huge amount of damage which is spread out over multiple targets. When you add something like AoE splash damage into the game for melee characters, you create a situation where you allow a character to have his cake and eat it too. And it's not a good idea. You're basically saying, in a nutshell, that a character can build entirely single target and then also get AoE splash damage to compensate for the fact that he's built his character completely single target, and that's just not good game making. In my opinion, Fire Claws Druid should have freaking Holy Fire. I think it should be like, as a Fire Claws Druid, you should be emanating heat at such a massive degree that you should just be giving off waves of Holy Fire damage. Like the pulses. I think that would be absolutely epic. Just give the Fire Claws Druid like Holy Fire pulses. It kind of fits. And you want to, because it's an elemental damage attack. That's the entire point. That's what I've been trying to explain to people who come in here and they're like, why don't you use this or why don't you use that? I'm like, I want to attack as fast as possible. I'm like, that's the entire goal of doing elemental damage. When you're doing elemental damage, you want to attack as fast as humanly possible. Same thing with fire claws. You want fire claws to hit as fast as humanly possible. You're doing fire damage, you want massive amounts of speed. Because that fire damage is not dependent on your speed. So the faster you attack, the more that fire damage can be applied. Anything that's not dependent on speed, you generally want it to be higher speed. Like, for instance, if I'm using charge, charge is not dependent on speed, or is dependent on speed. The entire point of it is that you have this big, massive swing that does massive amounts of damage, and so speeding it up really doesn't do you very much good, because it's already so slow. Yes, they did make changes to Fireclaw. They actually reduced the number of synergy requirements massively, so it no longer requires you to build like every single Fireclaw skill, which is definitely very nice. By opening up the number of synergies, they definitely made it a lot easier to build a Fireclaw's Druid in general. Like before, to build a Fireclaw's Druid, if I remember correctly, you had to like invest literally every single point you had into Fireclaws, and it was just very prohibitive. But I think now, if I remember correctly, it's much more open, and you can put points into other things. They did change the Sork Cold Armor, like, a little bit, but they didn't really change it in a positive way, as far as I'm concerned. They need to remove the synergies off of the armors, and I don't think they understand that. Ratman, beady 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 boop, beady 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 boop, beady 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 boop. It's a Ratman. Ariel, if you keep spamming emotes, the bot is going to ban you again. And the bans get progressively worse as your every single time he bans you. It's not going to be a light tap on the shoulder like the first time. Just letting you know in advance. Alright, buddy? I don't want to see you get banned from the server, but, you know, if you keep spamming emotes, Nightbot will catch it, and he will just kick you right out the door. He's set up with a certain threshold. It is a lenient threshold, but I want you to keep in mind that the threshold does exist, and once you hit it, you will it'll just be automatic. There's nothing I can do about it. It'll just automatically ban you. Don't get banned by the bot, because then you will rot. Yeah, pretty much. Normal ban, nightmare ban, and then hell ban. You don't want the hell ban. That one's not good. Level 2. See, now you're just asking for it. Don't push me, sir. Don't push me. Lord Rune. Holy Band Paladin. That's right, the Holy Band Paladin. El Gato. Mr. NiNi's too busy doing whatever he wants to do. Taking a nap. That's more like it. Yep, I just cast one fist to the heavens and it comes down and it goes... You're pretty close, Ariel. You're pretty darn close. Pretty darn close. Who won the Leoric? Contest has not been done yet. I'm still waiting on the item to arrive. Once the item gets here, the contest will be put up. I'm sure it's just a kid. A ring. A twisted essence of suffering. Suffering.
Oh, hi there.
A lot of interesting equipment, sir. I've got Herald of Zakharum, High Lord's Wrath, Harlequin Quest, Chains of Honor, Gore Rider, Bull Kathos, Nosferatu, Coil, Ravenfrost. Some nice crafted jammies, which are freaking awesome. Heaven's Light with 2 cold facets, Widowmaker. What? Yes, I do indeed. They're very good gloves. Alright, Ariel Rodriguez, you asked for it. Incoming Banhammer. Banhammer. Hammer of the Ban. Boom. Banned. Also, you're going to get banned from Restream chat as well, because I'm tired of seeing your name pop up on the window. Oh, y'all got arrows. Okay, y'all got jokes. I got jokes. You like these jokes? A DN Twitch eject. DN? What is that? Now destroy his soul stone. That's right. We're gonna go break Ariel's soul stone on the soul forge. Nice, Angel. It's a great merc weapon, especially if you're on like a character who wants to plus the skills. Like the extra plus the skills can be really nice for a like a summon necro, because it'll give your merc extra might, which will give your minions extra damage. Which may not translate out to a lot if you're a regular character, but as a summon necro, that tiny bit adds up to a lot over all your skeletons. Slay monsters, rest in peace. Or just use corpse explosion on him. He'll be alright. He's probably gonna come back, by the way. I didn't ban him on YouTube, I just timed him out. I did ban him on Restream chat though, so he can't get his name up on the board anymore. I'm pretty sure that's all he was doing. He was having fun watching his name pop up on the stream. And I'm pretty sure that removing his ability to pop his name up on stream is probably all that needs to be done. I mean, yeah, so.
I am overburdened.
Overburdened, he says. I am a generous god. What? Ginger god mentor? What's that? I mentor other gods on their way up to godhood.
I am overburdened.
Oh, we got that junk in my inventory, and I don't know why, because it stacks up there. I don't want to pick up the junk off the floor, but it's what I do, and I don't want it anymore. Who got banned? By the way, Johan, I don't think anyone else has figured out the last puzzle besides you. I'm pretty sure you're the only one who figured out the last puzzle. You are a select few, sir. The higher, the fewer. The big brain. You are among the biggest of brains. You know what? I will offer a challenge today. Johan knows the answer, but I have sworn Johan to secrecy. So Johan does not. He will not give the answer out. Maybe if you pay him, selling the answer for like $10 a pop. But so I will offer a challenge. Whoever else can finish the puzzle, I will give you a Chinchilla hoodie. How about that? From my merch shop. So I will literally send you a Chinchilla hoodie from my merch shop. If you can solve the puzzle, that is because I've already given away $1,000. That's a lot of money. But I will give away something else to those of you who can solve the puzzle, after it has been solved by Johan. So for those of you who can email me the correct answer to the final puzzle on the video, I will just ship you a hoodie of your choice, whatever color you want, whatever size you want. Thus is the challenge, Prophet. Pizza maker? You don't get a pizza maker. And you were wrong, Blackwell. Did you notice you didn't even get a thumbs up or a heart? You got nothing. You gotta solve the puzzle, AJ. If you can solve the puzzle, you get a hoodie. Solve the puzzle, win a hoodie. AJ said, you know what, AJ? Maybe if you solve the puzzle, you'll get better at puzzles. You know what? Maybe this is your time to shine. You know, Albert Einstein wasn't always good at math, and that was his worst subject. And look at him. He's like theory of relativity in Shank. Maybe if you spent some time on the puzzle, you'd all of a sudden become like the best puzzle solver that ever existed in puzzle solving land. Did you ever think about that? Did you ever think about that, sir? No, they never think about that. They never think. That is the puzzle right there. And there are hints even, like in the. I've actually started posting hints on the individual videos that lead up to the final puzzle. So like it's not very difficult to get to the. It's not very difficult to get to the end puzzle anymore. That is not the answer to the puzzle. Oh no, the $1,000 has already been given out. You second and third place winners only get hoodies. That's it. You failures. You failures only get hoodies. You absolute failures. You only get the hoodies. So keep that in mind.
Emotional damage.
Yeah, you notice he's not popping up on the stream anymore. So all he can do is spam YouTube chat. That's it. It's very sad. All his spamming privileges have been revoked. Revoked. I mean, he can still spam you guys in YouTube chat, though. Which I don't really care about, by the way. Well, never mind. It looks like he ended up triggering the Nightbot anyway. So, congratulations, you're permanently banned. Look at that. Slime is on. No. I was actually working on that recently, Cringe Sound, and one of the things that I came up with was actually Cow Kings. Cow King's set on a Smiter / Zealer would actually make a really nice magic find and give you the effects that you would need. I have a video coming out on that soon, but they beefed up Cow King set like something fierce. And Cow King set offers not only plus to skills, but increased attack speed and about 125% magic find in a nice little 3-piece package. And I was considering actually doing a kind of like a theory craft build on a Zealer, basically that uses the Cow King set. like incorporated into his equipment, and I think it will actually work out quite nicely. Look at this, I got another bot. Let me get to somewhere safe so I can ban this bot. I attract the stream snipers. Well, it's because I have the stream up on the screen. If I literally take the chat off the screen, like most of the time they go away and they never show up again. Morbius, you died, Morbius.
Come on. Follow me.
Some scissors, Suaya. Why can I not walk past this point? What the hell's going on here? I can't walk past this. It's like a bugged wall here or something? I can't seem to walk past this point. I mean, I think at 600 MF, you're in the range of it doesn't really matter too much anymore. I mean, if your goal is just to get as high as Magic Find as possible on a Zealer, I mean that's one thing. But keep in mind that, like I said, you're going to be sacrificing a lot of equipment to make that happen. That's why I'm suggesting the Cow King set, which actually, bless freaking man of burn little punks. The Cow King set actually works really well for this purpose. I was actually running the numbers on this earlier. I'll be right back. I mean, you guys can probably handle this by yourselves. I don't think you really need me here to help out with this. We're gonna go take a look at PTR and take a look at the Cow King set. Ooh, 11% ED Ethereal Cryptic Axe. What's the maximum number of sockets on a Cryptic Axe? I can't even remember right off the top of my head. Max sockets is 5, which means that would make a really nice obedience. Does anybody want a really nice obedience base? Like, that's a pretty sick obedience base, 11% ED. And F. Or Doom. Anyway, I'll return to that in a minute. Let's go take a look at the Cow King set. I really want to show you guys this, because I'm kind of excited about this. The changes that they made to the Cow King set are pretty cool. By the way, the PTR server is down, but stupid me, I didn't even realize that despite the fact that the PTR server is down, the PTR game files are still there, and you can still open up the PTR server and play offline mode. I don't know why I didn't think about that. Alright, so here's the Cow King set. Let's take a look at this together. Alright. So, the Cow King set is only 3 pieces. This is fully upgraded, by the way. You guys are getting a sneak peek at something that that hasn't even come out yet. I don't believe the Cow King episode that I have is even set to come out for several days. Where's that one set? Since I'm giving you guys a sneak peek anyway, I might as well tell you when the Cow King episode is coming out. Where are you at, Cow King set? There it is. So the 27th. It's coming up on the 27th. I've got a lot of episodes coming up, so do forgive me. Sometimes it takes me a little while to get these episodes up. Okay, so They buffed up the set. They added a lot of bonuses to it. So right off the bat, when you look at it, it's pretty garbage. I've upgraded it to the maximum here, so we've got the Shaco now, so the Cow King Horns Shaco, which gives it a lot more defense. We also have the Cow King's Hooves, which Cow King's Hooves have 25% magic find on them. This is one of the bonuses. You also have 20 dexterity on these and 30% faster on walk, which actually make them pretty good for a magic finding character. Granted, War Travelers are a better magic finding pair of boots, but as a melee character, you really need some other effects besides just magic find. I say Shaco, I don't say Shaco. Shaco sounds stupid. There's no Y in that word. And it would be 2 A's if it was Shaco. I mean, if it was, I'm not giving into it. I say Stop messing with my brain. So as you can see here, they added a huge defense bonus for a 2-piece. So you notice they have 495 defense based on character level here, which is pretty massive. They also have the poison resistance on here for 2 pieces, but the real bonus comes in for the 3-piece. So the 3-piece gives you 25% chance of level 5 static field when struck, which is going to increase your kill speed exponentially. You have to imagine that as a melee character who's in there constantly fighting, you're going to be triggering static field on a regular basis, like all the time. And this is something that can be extremely useful to a Zealer or a any kind of melee character, even a barbarian. I was even thinking it might be pretty good for a, for instance, a gold find barbarian even. So right off the bat here, you notice we've got 100% magic find. We also have 25% magic find on the boots. So we've got 125% magic find from this little 3-piece bonus. We also get 30% increased attack speed, which is definitely very nice. And then we also get 100% extra gold for monsters. And then on top of that, we've also got sockets in both the helmet and the armor. So you can put on, for instance, 2 P topazes, or you could do 2 ists if you were really rich, and you could get 25% more on both of these. So for the 3-piece bonus, you would be rocking, what is that, 125, so 50, 175, so 175% magic find from 3 pieces here, which is already going to put you really high on the magic find numbers. And I was trying to actually figure out a way that perhaps you could actually build a magic finding melee character just for the fun of it. And this set, I think, will be at the core of whatever I come up with, because it really does have a pretty massive amount of magic find, combined with a really nice amount of extra gold for monsters, combined with some nice effects, which actually make it not garbage. So, you know, most of the time, like if I were to make a wealth rune word is absolutely terrible for any kind of character, because it doesn't have anything on it but magic find. And there are so many items like chance cards that have absolutely nothing other than magic find, or you know, like just in general, just some really terrible choices. So what I was thinking was something along these lines: 3-piece Cow Kings, along with probably a 45 all-res Rhyme Shield. So you're probably going to want to find a really nice Paladin's Rhyme Shield, something like a you know, a Kuros shield or something like that with 45 all-res and 2 sockets, and make yourself a Rhyme Shield so you can get 25% magic find there. That'll also provide you with Cannot Be Frozen, which will allow you to free up a ring slot for some magic find. And what you're going to want to do is you're going to want to try and find rings that actually have magic find on them with other stats. Because that's what this is all about, is that melee characters can't do without those other stats. So you want to find like a rare ring that has like lifesteal, attack rating, like maybe all resistances and magic find, and you get like 2 of these. One of my guys in Discord actually has 2 such rings that he posted in the Epic Loot channel that we have. Let me see if I can pull those up. Yeah, here they are. All right, so I've got 2 rings here. I'm going to show you both of these. These are interesting choices if you were trying to build a magic finding melee character. Let me see if I can pull this up. Splendor is interesting, but it has no resistances, and it doesn't have magic. Cannot be frozen. So the whole goal here is to get away from using Ravenfrost, because Ravenfrost is a item that specifically requires you to give up a slot for something else. So you don't want to have to give up a slot for anything else if you're building a Magic Find character. That's part of the goal. So Splendor is not going to achieve that goal for you. So here are the rings. Let me show you both of these. These are really cool. So these are 2 rings that were posted by, let me give him a shout out real quick. They were posted by Evander. So this is a 15% Magic Find ring with all resistances 11, lifesteal, and attack rating. So as you can see, this ring gives you Magic Find and doesn't give up too much else in the process. You're still getting a nice 15% Magic Find, but you also get all resistances, life, lifesteal, and some attack rating in the process. So you are sacrificing a little bit. There are probably better rings that you could use, but this one is an option that allows you to get your cake, have your cake and eat it too. There's also another ring that he linked, which is even better, in my opinion. This one is even more awesome. Let me link this one. That is not the right one. Why am I must have downloaded the wrong picture. Hold on. There it is. I downloaded the wrong picture. There we go. There's the new one. So this is the second one that he posted, which is 8% life steal, 12 max stamina, all resistance is 11, damage reduced by 2, 25% magic find. The reason why you're not going to use dual Nagel rings is because they're absolutely terrible rings. That's why. You're going to want some form of resistances. You're going to want some form of life steal. You're a melee character. You've got to get in there. You've got to get into the thick of it. You've got to actually do things, and you've got to actually kill stuff. And this is part of the issue. So if you don't actually have the ability to kill things, if you don't actually have the ability to survive as a melee character, all that magic find is pointless. So so very, very interesting there. You can get 25% magic find from that ring. You can get 15% from the other. You get a nice amount of resistances, 22 all res, so forth and so on. And let's talk about this a little bit further. So there are some actually really good Tulwars that you could use. So if you got yourself a Blade of Alibaba, Blade of Alibaba is actually kind of a slow weapon. Will you get out of my armpit? I can't even move my arms, sir. You know what? Come out. So we're talking about something. You can come out and say hi to everybody for like 2 minutes. There. Blade of Alibaba is a relatively slow weapon. And one of the things that I recommend that you do is you take a look at your Blade of Alibabas, even if you have them on your characters right now, because the variance on the Blade of Alibaba's damage is 60 to 120%. If you happen to have a Blade of Alibaba, which is 120% enhanced damage, you may be holding an item that could be useful for a magic finding Zealer of subtype. So, keep in mind that the Blade of Alibaba, I think it can actually be upgraded 1 tier, right? So it can be upgraded to the Hydra Edge. So what you would do is you would take the Blade of Alibaba, you would upgrade it to the highest tier. It is a relatively slow weapon, so you're probably going to have to double shale it. I know you would say, why not double ist it? Well, if you don't double shale it, it's probably not going to actually do any significant amount of damage because it's going to be so slow. So you're probably going to have to double shale a 120% Blade of Alibaba to go with this set. So you would be rocking a upped Blade of Alibaba with 40% IAS in it, basically, for the 99% magic find. So let me try and work these numbers out real quick. So let's pretend you had those 2 rings. So that's 15%, right? Plus 25%, plus like 90% on the Blade of Alibaba, plus 25% on the Rhyme Shield, plus 125% from the Cow Kings, plus another 24% per Perfect Topaz in the Cow King's Horns and the Cow King's Fleece. So you've got 24 plus 24, which is going to get you 328% before you calculate in Amulet, gloves, and belt, and charms. So 328% on a Zealer that might actually be able to kill some things. You could potentially, like I said, you could get 7% MF charms. So you could be using like what 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Let's say 9 7% MF charms. So you'd be looking at about 391% a magic find on this character so far, which is pretty darn beast. You could also theoretically use, you know, trying to think here. There's so many different options that you can try and build your character with. The 391% though is a lot for a Zealer who could probably still actually kill stuff. Granted, you could just simply make yourself a MFing range character, you know, like a caster or something. But the idea here is to try and figure out if you could actually build a magic finding melee character. And I think you can actually do it. I think it might actually be fun. Morbius. Mr. Knees. What you doing, Mr. Knees? Bingo boy? Hmm? Bingo boy, Mr. Knees? You could also do an Oradin. That would be an interesting choice as well. Problem is, with Oradins, you generally have to put on, you know, like the dream shield, the dream helmet, the dragon armor, and by the time you've put on all those pieces of equipment, you've given up all your magic find slots. Bink. Oh, now you can't make up your mind, huh? What's the matter? So I used to do this thing with the chinchillas when they were younger. I used to throw them up in the air. So I would put them on the bed, and I would literally go like this, and I would literally just throw them in the air like this. I would go whee! And then I would let them fall on the bed, nice and comfortably, of course, you know, on the fluffiness, and they would look at me and they would run straight back. And I always thought it was hilarious. Apparently, I don't know what the password is. The Hezmana? Oh, yeah, that's right. We changed the password because the PK. Totally forgot. Well, yeah, they would run back. And I wouldn't throw them back up in the air unless they came back. And it was funny because they would just keep coming back. They were like, throw me again, throw me again. Anyway, I was also thinking about the fact that it really doesn't matter if you have other Magic Find equipment on. Because the amount of Magic Find that the Cow King set gives you is actually enough, in my opinion, to build a character just fine. Like a Magic Find melee character. I mean, if you calculate in 2 P topazes in the armor and a helmet, so 1 in the armor, 1 in the helmet, you already get 125 from the set, plus the 25 and 25 from the 2 topazes, or 24 rather. You know, you're sitting at literally 175% Magic Find for practically nothing. And the set doesn't give you terrible bonuses. You do get +1 to skills. You do get 30% increased attack speed. You do get some nice other effects on the set. The static field, honestly, is one of the best things on the set, and it's probably going to make you kill faster than without it. Having a constant level 5 static field proccing every time somebody touches you with a 25% chance is massive. I'm actually kind of excited about that. I need to get my hands on a pair of Cow King boots. I have the armor and I have the helmet. I need the boots. Morbius has the boots. Yeah, so 175 plus 40. And I was also thinking you could go the opposite route. So the 30% increased attack speed on the set is actually kind of nice. And it's actually comparable to... what was I thinking? It's comparable to something like a treachery. Because if you put a 15% IAS jewel in the armor, you would be sitting at 45% IAS, which is the same as a freaking... the same as a treachery, which is definitely very nice. Cow King's hooves. Look, you got the hooves in there. And Gold Wrap has 10% IAS on it too. A lot of people don't realize that when they think about Gold Wrap. Gold Wrap actually is a nice melee item. It gives you a nice little bump in your IAS.
Welcome back.
So 10% IAS from that belt is certainly useful. An Am and a Row, yeah, I got plenty. If you got Radament's underwear, Blackwell, you might want to wash them, because I don't think they've been washed in a really long time. Like, really, really long. I mean, we're talking about skid marks. When I say skid marks, I mean, like, atomic-powered skid marks. Okay. Just having them in your possession, it's probably already too late. You've probably already gotten the horrible skid mark radiation damage, and the skid mark radiation damage doesn't come off. You can wash yourself as much as you want with atomic powered soaps, and it's just not going anywhere. You're marked for life, however short that may be. Very short indeed, actually. It's probably tiny, like absolutely, like insignificantly small. In fact, you're probably gonna die in like 5 minutes. Oh, if you're wearing it, oh, you're probably already dead. You just don't know it yet. The Walking Dead. The Walking Dead. You see him trying to get in my shirt? You see him? He won't sit in my shirt. He said, "Let me in. Let me in or I'll eat your soul." Get in then. Go. Go. See, you don't even really want in. Lies. Ba 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 ba. Wanna get in the shirt so that I can skirt. Ba da 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 da. Throwing Mastery got a Pierce bonus, yes, and also the double throw skill also got a damage increase. Across the board, throwing skills got a huge buff. I mean, if you guys want to make a throwing barbarian, it's definitely something that is much more viable now. They also increased across the board, I think by 25% or something like that. Like all of the throwing items got like a 25% increase in stack size, which means you'll have to run back to town a lot less. I'm not sure. Do you guys want to see another Lost Ark video? I mean, comparatively, between live streams, I think I had like maybe like 20 people in the Lost Ark stream. And I've got like 60 some odd in here now, like 66, 67. I mean, it doesn't really seem like you guys were all that interested in Lost Ark. Mastery skill or will, but I don't know how much of a diminishing effect it has. The game seems like one big meme, they say. The cats try to eat the chinchilla. The chinchilla's in a cage, though, so it's kind of hard for him to get eat. They, like, climb on the outside of the cage and torment him. Or at least that's what it seems like to the outside observer. To the person who actually knows, Mr. NiNi is going to bite them. Like, when they stick their hand or something in the cage, he bites them. He's not a pushover. Most of them have learned not to stick their hand inside the cage. Or their paw, excuse me. Most of them have learned not to stick their paw inside the cage. I don't think he's too big to get eaten. He could probably still get eaten if the cat really wanted to, but... What's up, Bunsky? All the way from the Philippines. Kyle went to go drop a demon. What's the matter, Mr. NiNi's? What's the matter? %, ED mage plate. You can Larzik that for 3 sockets. I'm pretty sure, Morbius. I don't think it Larziks to 4. I don't think it does. I'm not 100% sure on that, but I think you can actually Larzik it to 4. I mean to 3. Who we banning? Who's getting banned up in here? What's the matter, Mr. Knees? Mr. Knees making all sorts of noises. You want to come play the Diablo with me? We can make you a character. You can be a, what do we make? What do we make for him? Well, so we need something, rodent like. You can be a find item barbarian. You want to be a find item barbarian? I think he likes that. I think he said yes. He said, I'd like to be a find item barbarian. He said, that sounds fun. He said, I will find items. You can do find potion too. You want to do find potion? You want to do find potion and find item? You can do grim ward. You can make everything run away from you and be all scary. Chunky rodents. What? Alright, Duriel, my holy freeze versus yours. Which one of us will emerge victorious? Victory, 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 victory. Come on, Duriel, my holy freeze is better than your holy freeze. I have no clue what that even means, cringe.
I think.
Greetings.
Why you bite my nose? What was that for? You want to say something to the peoples? Say something to the peoples. Go ahead. Come on. You gonna say something or no? No, you all talkative. Come on, you got the microphone in your face. Go ahead, say something to the peoples. Come on, say something. Oh, you gonna bite the microphone? All right, just bite it. It's delicious.
Good day. It look
Did y'all hear him? Did y'all hear him? Tell me you heard him. Y'all hear that? Those are the little squonks he makes.
Good to see you.
Squinkos. Squinkle-uncle-uncle. He's talking up a storm right now. He's got a lot to say. Oh, my mercenary is dead. I need to go grab her. Got a chinchilla cry, gonna get you, yes. Got a chinchilla go. Little fluffy thing with the big old ears and the pearly tail. Gonna sit on my shoulder and look really cute and tell everybody that I got to shoot. You wanna sing? Sing for everybody. Sing. Yeah, I remember. I remember she died.
Help me.
Is this on PTR? No, PTR is currently down, but you can still go on there and play around on single player.
Help.
I hate how they just run away. Oh, wire fleece. Ethereal 3-socket wire fleece. Anybody need a treachery base? Ethereal 3-socket treachery base? That's actually pretty good. What's the news on Summon Druid, Jake? It's a white monarch. I'm gonna drop this white monarch in town if anybody wants it. I just realized the game has a password on it, so you guys can't get in. As Radar said on Reddit, let's go take a look then, shall we? I usually keep an eye on his Reddit account. His Radar Reddit. Come here, buddy. I'm there. Something's wrong with you. Come on, hide. Must be a monster coming to get you. I then pretend to be the monster. He's like, hi. Oh, da, 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 da. So yeah, he just recently made a comment, not too long ago actually. Somebody posted a 2.4 Summon Druid guide And Pez Radar apparently commented, "Be prepared for a new guide." That's all he said. Just be prepared for a new guide. Let me see if I can put this up here for you. There's the link. Kind of a vague comment, but be prepared for a new guide does indicate that more changes would be coming. That's the only comment that we've got. Let me do a double check on the forums and see if there's any new information on the forums. You never know. So nothing new by any blue names on the forums so far. So it looks like that comment by Pez Radar is the only piece of information that we've got right now. Why you nibbling? I don't nibble on me. Da 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 da. Ba da 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 da. Ba da da da. Got that Chinchilla head and a big poofy head. Do 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 do. Got them big giant ears. What you listening to? Hearing things we can't hear. Da 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 da. Not really sure why they nerfed Hydras to begin with. I really don't understand. They're not really that powerful. I think it might have been PvP concerns because I think there was a lot of people saying that it was really kind of broken in PvP.
I am overburdened.
But I mean, I feel like they could fix that by changing it from I don't know. Not really sure. Are you on Discord, Krem Etor? We're currently hiding from the PKers who are coming in to ruin our day. The one that failed, by the way, horribly. He failed really, really horribly, and I mocked him with this.
Emotional damage.
Password's in Discord if you want to come in. That's in the kinship chat. Or just shoot me a message on Discord and I'll send you the password. One or the other. Was it nerfed though? I mean, it wasn't nerfed. That's the thing that I don't think a lot of people understand. They didn't nerf Holy Shock, Holy Fire, or Holy Freeze. They didn't nerf any of them. They were only proposed changes to begin with. It wasn't like we made this change and then we reverted it. That change never made it to live. Like never. So I don't understand people saying, you know, that it was nerfed. It was not nerfed. It was buffed in a hypothetical situation, and then in the hypothetical situation, they brought it back down to what it was before. Holy Fire wasn't even brought back down to what it was before. Holy Fire is still better than it is on current 2.3. They just took away a proposed buff. I've been talking about this quite extensively with some people, by the way, and the way that we feel Holy Freeze, Holy Fire, and Holy Shock need to go is they need to be changed to an on-hit pulse. So it needs to require you to make a connecting hit for the pulse to activate. So if you are not hitting anything, no pulse comes out. So the faster you hit, the more pulses you would get, and you would be rewarded for obviously building increased attack speed, which is in line with the way that Holy Freeze, Holy Fire, and Holy Shock are supposed to be built in the first place. So every single one character that plays it, try that link right there, see if that link works. Let me know if that link doesn't work, because I might need to update it if it's broken. It's not splash damage. It's fixing the brokenness of the Holy Fire Aura. The Holy Fire Aura and the Holy Shock Aura and the Holy Freeze Aura apply their damage in a pulse surrounding the target. They already have an AoE damage component to the aura. The goal here is to remove the AoE pulse and to instead have a pulse on hit, which essentially forces the character to be more active. The entire like passive nature of the Holy Freeze, Holy Fire, and Holy Shock aura was what people objected to the most. That was what ended up getting it nerfed. It wasn't that it could do players 1 cal, you know, in record time. It was that it could do players 1 cal absolutely ridiculously fast and completely AFK. You could pretty much just like put a rubber band on your mouse or something, or your controller, and have your character run around in circles, and you could still clear the frickin' cows. Like that's kind of how silly it was. So turning it into a pulse on hit would be a lot better, because it would force the character to actually have interaction with the game to obtain the damage. The damage could still be pretty good, and I think they're honestly going to have to reduce the radius effect, because the radius effect of the auras is kind of ridiculously broken. Holy Fire in particular has like a radius effect of like 46 yards or some bull crap, which is literally like 3 screens away. So I think they will have to take the pulse and bring it down. I was thinking more like 8 yards. 8 yards would be an interesting amount, I think. I feel like that's not too bad. I tell you one super evil thing that I would do if I was in control of Diablo. I would add certain auras to the list. So I wouldn't add Salvation, but I would add Resist Fire, Resist Shock, and Resist Cold to the list of auras that could potentially be
Impossible.
that could potentially be rolled by a unique monster. So when you come across a monster and it says Aura Enchanted, I would add in Resist Fire, Resist Lightning, and Resist Cold to that list of possible pulls, because I feel like Resist Fire, Resist Cold, and Resist Lightning could make things absolutely ridiculously difficult for characters, and increasing the difficulty in that way, in my opinion, is a really good way to increase the difficulty.
Good day.
The top.
The time has come to destroy Mephisto's Soul Stone.
Hello.
Tyrael, resurrect my merc. Level 93 Paladin. Sanctuary was the saddest one of all. It really didn't need to be brought back down to what it was before. Sanctuary's never been that great of an aura to begin with. Even with the buff, even with the buff, Sanctuary wasn't doing amazing. I mean, it was better than it had been in years, but still. what I think about cursed monsters using curses other than amplified damage. Well, I mean, it has been for a long time. The Chaos Sanctuary monsters in the old days could cast Iron Maiden and all sorts of evil curses. They actually had to take Iron Maiden away because it was like straight up broken. And I will agree that that it was like it was really hard to avoid, especially if you were a specific kind of melee character. They used to use Iron Maiden and it was just absolutely broken. It was bad. To the point where literally hardcore characters wouldn't even go to Chaos Sanctuary like they were a melee character. You just didn't go to Chaos Sanctuary. +2 offensive auras. +2 offensive auras circlet? Only that had been +3. God, so much of my freaking time over here is just like dedicated to banning people who keep popping up in my chat. Hey, Natalia's. Didn't somebody need Natalia's earlier? I'm pretty sure that's Natalia's. Oh, that's Hawanan's. I was looking at the wrong one. That's the Tigulated. It's got to be the other one. That freaking lightning damage on these guys. No, it's not Natalia's. It's that was Hawanan's. Mr. Knees. Yeah, Natalia's is the lower-cated. I was thinking of the wrong one. I do that a lot. Sorry, I was dealing with a group of champions over here. I didn't mean to like leave you guys hanging or anything, but all these immune to cold monsters are a little bit difficult for me to kill. And they're champion immune to cold monsters, so I'm doing my best. This is where I suffer. I usually just end up breaking my weapon on their faces, literally. Literally. Ugh, so many immune to cold monsters. With conviction, no less. Running away. That's because they're invisible. Oh lord, that is not good. It's never good when you have multiple converging lines of lightning all coming from like 8 different directions. It's a lot of damage. So many frickin' souls. No. No. Trying to find Iswal. I haven't even killed him yet. Stop spawning things. I would start using my bow here if I actually had the lightning resistance to get away with it. Well, come on down. We're about to kill Iswal. Oh, never mind. Iswal's dead. When I said about to kill Iswald, what I meant was Iswald is currently dying. That's what I meant to say. Iswald is currently dead. Emotional damage. Dude, that meme never gets old. Alright. Finally got maxed out Zeal. Let's get back down there and have some fun. Let's go through the River of Flame. Oh look, more cold immune monsters. My favorite. Everything is immune to the cold damage, and I can do anything. Oh god, oh god. Why did I switch to my bow? I did not mean to switch to my bow. That was a terrible, terrible choice. Pokey, can you please stop? Like, literally, please just stop. Like, I literally told you we're trying to actually play the game, and you're already trying to still force us to go faster than we want to go. We're trying to actually play the game. That's as simple as I'm going to make it for you. I want to actually play the game. This is my character. I'm leveling my character up. I'm going through the motions to actually play the game. Please stop dropping waypoints. Please stop going through the process of making us skip or go faster than we want to go. If you don't like it, leave. It's as simple as that. Play with us, or don't play with us. That's really all the answer is. If you don't want to play with us, if all you want to do is skip ahead, then by all means, get the out. I'm tired of having to say this to every single player that comes into my games. We want to actually play the game. No clue. Last I heard, something about his plumbing blew up in his house and he was gone for weeks because his toilet was leaking or something and like flooded his house or something like that, and I haven't seen him since. He came back for a little while and talked about how his how he had to deal with a whole flood issue and a whole bunch of other crazy stuff that was going on at the time. And that was the last I heard of. He won the Nihilist charm in one of the giveaways we did. I remember that. I think it was like one of the last things I remember even seeing him for. Yeah, I don't know exactly what was going on. The way he made it sound like there was like some sort of massive plumbing problem in his house, like just in general. Like nuclear apocalypse levels. For all I know, he's still dealing with it. Bots. I can't even like turn away from the screen for like 2 seconds without them popping up on my chat. Every 2 seconds. It's either the hooker bot that wants to spam stripper streams, or it's the I don't even know what the hell they're even spamming. They just like random like links that aren't even hyperlinks that I'm not even sure what the hell they're supposed to do. Like you can't click on them. Like you would actually have to physically type them in. I don't even understand what the purpose of them is. I mean, basically, he probably has Radical living in his toilet. So they changed it now. So if one person completes the Hellforge, nobody else completes the Hellforge. It's it doesn't complete for anybody else besides the one person who does it. Yeah, but see, here's my thing, Morbius. If what they're doing to bypass the link thing is to make a link that is not a link, then that means you can't click on it. And if you can't click on it, then that means you have to deliberately copy and paste the link into a browser to be able to view it, which defeats the entire purpose. Like, if it's a link and I can accidentally click on it, because I'm not going to click on it on purpose, if it's a link that I can accidentally click on, then there's a very good chance that I will accidentally click on the link and go to the place that they want me to go, right? But if it's a link that I have to physically copy, then paste, and then go into a browser and actually enter in to go to that place, it defeats the entire purpose. It doesn't serve its purpose anymore. They're not like, if they were spamming a message, I could understand. You know, like go visit, you know, bigdaddyhose.com or something like that. I can understand that. Because then they're getting off their message and they're spamming their content, right? But this message has no actual meaning. You don't know what it actually means. And unless you go to the actual website, which nobody's going to do, nobody's going to copy and paste that link to go to the website. So what is the actual purpose of it? Like, I swear it's some sort of Illuminati crap. Got some Illuminati things going on in the background. Ugh. Fucking cold it is, man. I'm glad I got some people here who have damage other than cold damage. Oh dang, that's right. I'm capped out on Zeal now. What the hell do I put my points into at this point? I was like, what's that smell? And then I'm like, oh yeah, I'm pretty sure Mr. NiNi just tinkled on me. I have had him up here for 3.5 hours, so it's not necessarily his fault. He probably just couldn't hold it anymore. Maybe that's what all the squeaking was about. He was like, I really have to go bathroom. He's like, you're gonna let me go to the bathroom? You know, the funny thing is, as desert animals, they relatively have like no urine. I know this might sound kind of gross, but they just don't really have a lot in the first place. So when they do pee on you, it's like, oh, okay, you like filled like a cap, like a little 20-ounce cap of water, and like poured it on me. It's like I'm not really too worried about that. Kane, give me the soul stone. Where's the that's the wrong soul stone. I hate how Kane won't give you the soul stone. Hold on, I'll be right back.
The top.
Now he gives me the soul stone. Marking his territory. No, he just really had to go to the bathroom. I can't blame him. I'm not mad. A Lumrune, beautiful. I mean, it's not that great, but it's a Lumrune. I'll take it. Take that perfect skull, too. Grat slime is on. Frickin' Tyrael's Might? Hell yeah. Where my corpse is. Where my corpse is, boys. Well, you got a portal on your corpse. I mean, I saved the skulls to reroll like circlets and stuff like that, but I don't necessarily need a bunch of them. I'm just holding on to them. My smelly shoulder, stay away. That's right, it's my smelly shoulder. Doing no damage. I would be glad to have a T-Mite. I would be glad to have a Tyrael's Might slime. Let me go to town. I'll grab it from you. I gotta store away my 800 gems and jewels, though. It's kind of hard to believe you found a Tyrael's Might. That thing's pretty rare. I'll have to see it to believe it. So many skulls and gems and ink. I mean, Tyrael's Might is one of those items that's not, like, particularly ridiculously great. It's good enough that hanging on to it is certainly nice, but it's not, like, so amazing that it that people fight over it or anything. It's just really rare. Like, it's really super rare. I always loved how it looked, though. I'll probably have some fun wearing it just for the looks. Just for the style points. Just for the style points. I'm not level 84, though. I can't wear it yet. I'm not level 84. I always felt like Tyrael's Might needed plus to skills. Plus 2 to skills would really go a long way on Tyrael's Might and make it a much, in the future, what do you want? I want you, what you want? What you want, what you really, really want? I wanna. Dustin Klug. I'm actually just about to head out. I got to go to work at 10 o'clock, so I'm going to drop off here as soon as we kill Diablo. I wouldn't worry about it too much, Dustin, because we're probably going to be finished here in a minute. I'm going to mark Tyrael's Might off on my Holy Grail list. I dropped in a game that I was in. All right. I'm counting it. I was in the game. It dropped. Expensive Tyraels? What does Tyraels actually sell for something good these days? don't really know if Vengeance needs an AoE joke. AoE joke. An AoE joke. What's an AoE joke? You just yell it out loud and everybody gets hit. I don't know if Vengeance needs AoE damage. It does really good in the physical damage department. Death's Web? I don't even have a Death's Web slime. I don't even have a Death's Web. Oh, he's gonna die in like 2 seconds. Francisca.
Let Diablo's death end the reign of the three.
Brr, 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 brr. Praise be to the light. God. Mr. NiNi, you ready to go back in your house? Mr. Knees? Mr. Knees? Mr. Knee, why you tinkle on me, Mr. Knee? You could have tinkled over there. You could have tinkled over there. You could have tinkled over there. Why's it got to be on me? Huh? Why out of all the places that you tinkle, it's got to be on me? I'm using Gore Riders right now, Cremator. I think I'm pretty good on that front. So many skull. Yeah, this is my human. Arranging my gear. I guess we could go kill Shank real quick. Let's go kill Shank real quick, and then we'll call it a night. Why not? We'll go kill Shanky Poo. Oh, everything's immune to cold here. Poopy immune to cold monsters. Oh, the demon imps are immune to fire. We don't need a waypoint for Shank. I want to kill Doc Farron anyway. Flawless Ruby. I feel like it's kind of like a both scenario. I've been thinking about Thunderstroke and Titans all the time. Titans is definitely better when you're dealing with monsters that are not immune to lightning and that are relatively low on lightning resistance. So if they have relatively low lightning resistance already, Titans tends to be the superior choice. However, I've noticed that when the resistance of the monsters is relatively high and they're not immune, or you're trying to break the immunity, Thunderstrokes is the superior choice. So what it really comes down to is the monster that you're fighting, specifically highly resistant to your attacks or not. The other interesting thing is that when you're thinking about Titans versus Thunderstroke, is you also have another aspect to consider, is that are the majority of the monsters that you're coming across like immune to lightning? Because if they are immune to lightning, you got two choices. Either you have an infinity and you're trying to break that immunity, in which case Thunderstroke is superior, or if you have if you don't have infinity, then you probably want to rely on physical damage, so you probably want Ethereal Titans for the increased physical damage, so you can take out those lightning immune monsters. It really comes down to a per-choice basis, and they're not large enough items that I think you couldn't have both of them sitting around. So you could very easily have Thunderstroke sitting in your stash and utilize that versus the immune monsters, and then you could have your Titans, on normally, or you could swap and swip back and forth and have both of them. The negative 15% lightning resistance is just really powerful. A lot of people don't realize how powerful that negative 15% lightning resistance is, especially in Hell difficulty where most monsters have like 50% lightning resist or higher. Especially lightning enchanted monsters, which have 75% lightning resistance. So literally like every single monster that you go up against that has lightning enchantment is either 75% lightning resistance or immune. Now if you're doing cows have relatively low lightning resistance anyway, so... In fact, cows have relatively low resistances in general. Thunderstroke also is a better choice now because they increased the quantity. So the quantity of all throwing items got increased in one of the patches. One of the big downsides of Thunderstroke was that it doesn't regenerate and it doesn't really have that large of a quantity. But now with the increase to maximum quantity, it's gone up, which is definitely very nice. Yeah, Charge Strike doesn't use quantity. I'm talking about the other thing. I'm talking about Lightning Fury. They do use quantity, actually. They will burn quantity slowly.
Harrogath is free of your kind.
I'm not sure what patch it was that they changed it in, but all throwing items, when used as melee items, burn quantity as their ability. It functions a lot slower than throwing the item, obviously, but it still burns the durability, burns the quantity as durability. Because back in the day, you used to be able to take an ethereal throwing item and use it as a weapon, and you would never break it as long as you didn't throw it. But they changed that. All right, guys and gals, I'm going to call it a night. I'm going to go get myself some tacos before work and clean off my shoulder because it has chinchilla pee on it. So anyway, as always, I do appreciate you guys and gals watching my videos and hanging out in my live streams with me. It's always awesome. Except for you, Kyle. You keep getting stuck by the auto moderator and you cause me lots of work. So, pooey on you. Ciao.